I've been thinking about this for a while. Cause I keep hearing about all this stuff, and y'all keep always bringing us up in these conversations. Always got something to say about black people, and then always thinking all this stuff is funny with all this stupid bullshit. These words y'all keep talking about, like memes and the lols and all this other dumb shit. So I was like, since y'all keep bringing up our statistics and the stuff that we do. So what if I was like, the white man has destroyed the environment. He destroyed the environment. He colonized people's lands, destabilized people's countries. Doing child predators. Y'all never talk about that. Y'all never talk about how y'all doing stuff to kids. It's just like, oh, this one dude that had the island, he was doing it. But y'all never say nothing about like all the rest of them. You see what I'm saying? Just always doing white collar crimes. I mean, it's just a lot of crimes that the white man has done. I think that's funny. That you could actually do stuff to kids and become president, or just nothing happens to you. Like that's pretty out there, ain't it? But nobody wants to talk about that. They didn't have the nerve to sit up there and talk about we get away with shit. Like how? When we're like 3 times more likely to be stopped by the police. And have to do false confessions and stuff. That's why, like I said, y'all never talk about the other 1350. How we get exonerated a lot. Like, the charges get dropped, or they have to release us because you got the wrong dude. You made up some shit. Y'all never talk about that. Never. But like if y'all want to laugh and think this shit is funny, then I could do the same thing. I could play that same game and be like, y'all be doing stuff like you have a dude, and he's not the only one. You got a dude who had a whole island and was doing something to children, and had a bunch of rich dudes who looked just like him on this same island doing stuff to kids. Now, aren't those crimes? Aren't arsons crimes? Mass shootings, aren't those crimes? Domestic violence, y'all leading a lot of shit. When y'all try to subscribe us killing each other, like, number one, we're not doing that stuff. That 1350, like if it's like they gotta go to jail, like if whoever's done it, who's ever doing that is already off the streets anyway, because they've done a crime. Now they're in jail for the rest of their lives. So the rest of us that are not are free. But you got people acting crazy, doing all this shit, and then acting like, oh, what we're doing is just so bad. Like, crime is by proximity. Y'all, everybody is murdering somebody that's near them. But y'all never talk about that. When you watch these crime shows, that's all you see is white people killing each other because of some like insurance scam, or they're trying to get life insurance. I'm like, so what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this, bro? Y'all doing a lot of crimes. Y'all doing a lot of this shit. But since it's the white man, oh no, we're just not gonna talk about that though. I'm like, see, this is exactly my point. Even if we are doing this shit, even like I said, the 1350, that's wrong. People have debunked that from now to eternity, but you want to keep doing it. Even if you wanted to say that, What does that have to do with you? You're not living around us. Because remember, dude that made, what was that, Dilbert, that's now hanging out with Charlie Kirk? Remember, he said he doesn't want to live around us. Remember? So, if we're killing each other, we're not fucking with him. So, he should be cool. And the one who ended up killing your boy, he wasn't black. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these things that's happening, we have nothing to do with it. Who shot up all these churches and synagogues and these places of worship? It sure isn't us. Who's shooting up these schools? Sure isn't us. And then you say, here's the thing that really gets me. But I'm not gonna say it. But I'm gonna just say this: school shootings are obviously not only they're wrong, but they're completely stupid. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna let y'all figure it out. That is some dumb shit. That is some dumbass shit. But since you are so smart and you have the high IQs, when the IQ test is just recognizing patterns, that doesn't mean that you're just like this smart person. Then you gotta think, those same ones that talk about, oh, I got this high IQ. Bitch, did you take an IQ test? I highly doubt it. You see what I'm saying? So all y'all motherfuckers just constantly keep just talking shit all the time. And it's just so ridiculous that I'm just like, it's just people that just keep going on and on about this stuff they don't know, they don't live around. Oh, this is another thing I wanted to say. They always talk about black dads, right? Like, first of all, let me say this. I did not grow up in the hood or projects. I grew up in the suburbs. Even when I moved to the city, the city where I live, it's fairly quiet. Now, you want to talk about black dads. Now, I grew up with kids that were black that had fathers in the home. When I go out doing my errands, that's all I see is black dads. So you see black dads with their teenage kids, or they be pushing their little girls, or little kids in the buggy, going grocery shopping. They be with their significant others. I see it all the time. So when you talk about black dads are not in the home, and you bring up these statistics, real world experience, I'm like, bitch, where? That's all I see is dads. The people I grew up with eventually became fathers. I don't have kids. So I'm like, where's this coming from? Where is this shit coming from? We ain't talking about some bullshit statistic that you read in this one article that one time. I'm talking about real world experience. You ain't got none because y'all motherfuckers don't go nowhere. Y'all keep talking shit like you know what you're talking about. The shit is wild. I'm just like my friend that I grew up with. He was like a brother to me. He was a father to 6 kids. And he was married for a long time up until his wife passed away. But by that time, like, most of his kids was grown and out of the house. So I'm like, where's this coming from? Like I said, a lot of people I grew up with now are fathers. So I'm just like, where's this coming from? And then y'all always on our case. How come y'all don't talk about the crime statistics in the Latin community or the Asian community, or who's bringing drugs into the? We're not bringing drugs and guns into this country. And matter of fact, I'm gonna bring up this story. I remember my friend told me this one time. He was riding his bike down the alley and he saw a box, like a crate, it just looked odd to him. He opened the crate and he looked at it. It was a whole bunch of guns. He was like, whoa, what the fuck? And he just went on his merry way. He didn't take the guns. But why is a crate full of guns in the alley just in some random spot? There was other times where the police left their squad car, like the trunk, unlocked so people could go into it. There's been multiple cases like that. Look at the bait truck. How they had those Nikes in the car in the truck that time, hoping somebody steals it, and then and all those people on the street was like, "Yo, this is a trap, this is a trap, this is a trap." And then the police came and the dude with the truck showed up, took the truck away. What's up with that, huh? All this shit that y'all keep talking about us on some dumb shit needs to stop, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't live around us, so you don't know. You're just hearing stories somewhere. Now the story that I heard from my friend, he was my best friend. He was like a brother to me, and he never lied. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, these stories you're hearing, it's just some bullshit that you want to just it could confirm your worldview when you live in some gated community somewhere or some white enclave. It's just like me, for instance, right? Like when I grew up, because I keep hearing this story about girls and women don't play video games, and I constantly keep hearing this shit. Now I'm thinking, when I grew up, I used to play video games with my mom all the time. I got my first kiss because me and my girlfriend at the time was playing Sonic 1. My neighbors across the street, she played games. A girl that I knew in high school used to play games. My friend's my friend, his sister used to play video games. I'm like, what are we talking about here? See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all on some real shit. Y'all need to stop listening to this shit. Stop listening to these people on YouTube. Stop listening to these phony statistics. Just stop doing that shit. Just on some real shit. Stop and get some help. Just stop. Because you're going to be out in the streets talking this bullshit when you're clearly wrong. Somebody's going to challenge you on it. It's not only you going to look even more dumb, but you're not going to know how to interact with this shit because you're not used to it. Because you stay in your house, you don't do shit, and just doom scroll and do all this shit. And then when you get pressed, you don't know what to say and do now. Because it's real. It was just like this dude. Like, a few days ago, this dude outside, I mean, he was just being confrontational. I'm going to just say he was being confrontational. He was the short dude. He was just talking about all this shit. Talking about you ain't doing shit. Fuck you. Get your shit. Blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yada. Now, this dude, he walked up to this guy, because this guy kept going back and forth. I don't know who the fuck this dude was, but he was just going back and forth with this dude. The guy picked up a stick, hit the dude in the head one time, whack him. The dude was bleeding. But after that, the dude folded like an origami crane. The man got packed up hard. He got his ass beat to the point where he had to hop to his house. Then he kept talking shit. So the dude and the other guy that got him, they took his pants off and they whipped him. They whipped him with his own belt. And he kept talking shit. Then he was hollering for other people to help him. But he just kept talking shit the whole time. it made me realize, like, even though this is a thing that people say, but it's like the loudest person ain't shit. I mean, I'm in my house working on this. I'm hearing the dude, not only he's outside, but he's across the street, on the other side of the street. And I'm just hearing this dude yelling, and he gets his ass whooped. That's y'all motherfuckers. Y'all the loudest hoes in these streets. But when somebody presses you, you're going to be laying flat on your back with your hands up, begging for somebody not to fuck with you. But by that time, if you're laying on your back, they already got you. Because that means you're going to get beat. And that's what should happen to y'all motherfuckers. Y'all should get beat. Just like that dude that's always talking about these statistics, and that black guy came and pressed him. Then he's acting like, oh, I never said nothing. Because now it's real. And you need to get beat. I advocate beatings. I 100% agree with the beatings. Because that's one thing y'all motherfuckers are not used to. Back in the day, even though this is not back in the day, but I wish I could go back. Oh, I wish I could go back, bro. I wish I could go back. Oh, I wish I could go. I wish somebody could build a time machine. Back in the day, first and foremost, that fight, I've seen high school kids fight longer than that. Like both of the motherfuckers standing on their feet fighting. I've seen girls fighting that were more entertaining than the UFC. Them UFC fighters ain't shit either. I've seen girls like do some real shit. But back in the day, if you talk shit, nobody didn't want to hear no context. Nobody wanted to have no free marketplace of ideas and all this other stupid, corny shit y'all been talking about for the longest time. If I hear you say something, there was going to be a fight. There was going to be some ass whooping. So by the time the hands get thrown, somebody better clarify and clean up something. Because if not, there's going to be a fight. The term on site meant nobody was going to wait at 3 o'clock when school was over. Nobody was going to wait until I saw you outside. If I see you any point in the day or anytime, and it's not cleared up, there's going to be a fight. That's just how it was. Now you got all these hoes at home arguing with people. Like, I could be living in New Jersey somewhere, and I'm arguing with a dude in I don't know, like Istanbul or some shit, or Idaho. Like, we fighting states apart from each other, just arguing, going back and forth. Back in the day, there was none of that. It's like we all lived in the same neighborhood, or I could easily go to your neighborhood. If I live in this little town, you in the next town over. Or we all go to school together. So I'm going to see you one way or another. And that's just how the shit started. Now you got people all across the world talking shit to each other. Nobody's throwing hands, and that what creates the bitch. Y'all motherfuckers are bitches and hoes. Y'all don't know about confrontations. Y'all don't know about throwing hands. Y'all don't know how to fight, just like that dude. The man was talking big shit. I mean, the man was talking big shit. I mean, he was boisterous. The dude was wild. He did get the first hit in. But after that, it's like he gave up. Like it's not like when you swing, you keep swinging. It was like he just swung the one time and didn't know how to swing after that. That was some wild shit. And he got played. When I went outside and looked, I saw the dude flat on his back in the middle of the street talking about, don't hit me, I'm sorry. Then they dragged his ass down the street and kept beating him. Like I said, that's y'all now. Y'all don't know how to, if you got, just like dude, he just be talking shit all the time. All the time. Just talking about what he's going to do. And he's this dude. But then when the police showed up, and you know, he's talking about like, I'm a white supremacist, I'm a white nationalist. But when the police showed up, it's like, oh, I'm Mexican. Because now he's in the real world now. And there's some real world consequences. What happened to being a white supremacist? The cop asked you, are you a white supremacist? He should have been like, yeah, I am. Because he says that all the time. How come he didn't say it now? When the shit is real and he's in the real world, how come he ain't saying he a white nationalist? What happened? Because he's a pussy and the shit is getting real. He should have stood on business. He should have stood on that shit. He should have been like, yeah, I'm a white supremacist. But he just couldn't do it. Because he's a bitch. And he's bitch made. And he knows it. And everybody else should know it. But see, y'all motherfuckers are too stupid. And acting like you don't know if motherfuckers are racist or not. Like, oh, Nick Fuentes is a racist, but Charlie Kirk isn't. Charlie Kirk never said he was like Nick Fuentes. Like, bitch, you dumb bastard. You don't have to say it to be a racist. But see, but this particular person I'm talking about, Cenk Uygur, he think he's smarter than everybody. And all the shit that he talked about, no new wars, the military budget is going to get cut, there's no concentration camps. All this shit came to fruition. Now he ain't got nothing to say. Because he's another one. He's another bitch-made asshole. Like all these other nutsacks on YouTube. Y'all motherfuckers are bitch-made. Y'all ain't standing on shit. But that's all I gotta say. Like I said, y'all motherfuckers are hoes. That's it. Y'all motherfuckers are bitches. Y'all hoes. And y'all gotta go away somewhere.